Yo, what's good? It's Pico over here in Singapore calling in once again. I'm hoping y'all are having a great start to the week. It is Monday night for me. I know it's Monday morning for most of y'all actually. And yeah, life keeps going and going. Going at an incredible pace right now. I know I've heard a lot of people talk about the macro of life and the micro of life. And for me, the micro is going really fast, you guys. Macro, not so much, but that's okay. I'm working on it. So day to day, I'm actually doing a lot of stuff. I'm doing, not just talking about it. I'm doing. So let's see. Today, I finished up all the IKEA cabinets that I needed to make for my mom's room. We moved it into a room, so now the next thing is to kind of move stuff out of her old cabinets and cupboards and wardrobes and put them into the new ones so we can get rid of the old furniture that's in her room. It's like clusterfuck in there. There's so much stuff. It's not even funny. So yeah, that part is done. We cooked. Actually, let me take that back. My mom cooked. I went out and got groceries after I dropped my daughter off at work. I'm at school, and yeah, she was able to help me with the cooking today. We made bende kulambu, we made padapu and kira as usual, we made some broccoli butter. Yeah, so we got a lot done today. But I gotta tell you, as you've noticed, am not making a lot of sense. Me and my brilliant self decided that the last couple nights I was going to stay up really late and get some stuff done. And while I was doing work, it wasn't quite as productive as I had hoped. Ended up catching up with a lot of people around the world, which time differences kill me a little bit. And I wanted to talk to you today about priorities. I am finding that as excited as I am, my mind works best at night. I am a night owl. I am up in the middle of the night. It's easier for me. And I don't know if it's always been that way. I think it has always been that way. But then working night shift at Lumber Liquidators probably didn't help that either. So I am a night person. I can make myself a morning person, but that also means that if I'm a morning person, I will get up by about 4 or 5 and get stuff done. I really enjoy being awake when no one else is awake. I feel like I can get done what I need to get done. I don't need to worry about being called up to do this, that, and the other, distracted, asked to sidetrack and do something else for someone else. I like my alone time. I really do. I love it. When the rest of the world is asleep and I'm actually up, I feel like I'm getting a lot more done. I get a lot more traction with the things I'm trying to get accomplished. But that isn't to say that, that people are in my way. They're not. But for me, there is a time and a place for, friendly banter, conversations, or whatever, and then there's a time and a place for me to get my work done. Now, with that being said, I also know that sometimes it's helpful for me to have ongoing conversations as I'm doing my work, especially when it's at night and no one else is around. Mostly because it helps me stay up. It helps me. Gives me perspective on whatever I'm writing about or talking about. I don't know if you've noticed, but for creative types, your inspiration can come from anywhere. It could be just the sudden beauty of dew on a rose. It could be the strange way a plant is growing up through the concrete. It could be the way someone said something in music, a particular lyric that catches your ear. It could be the way colors blend on a sunset. It could be anything, you guys. It could come from anywhere. And I feel like, for me, conversations are key. But the other thing is I need to prioritize myself sometimes. My daughter, as you know, has been sick a little bit the last couple of days. She started off with a fever on Wednesday, and it got really bad on Thursday, and then by Friday she was pretty much back to normal, but now comes the cold part of it, the snotty nose, the scratchy throat, the irritability, all that comes after the fever, unfortunately. Very glad that I'm able to get up and stay up and make sure she's taken care of. Very glad to be in a situation where I can handle all of that. But at the same token, I wasn't really watching myself. I wasn't really making sure that I got enough sleep. I wasn't, watching the fact that I was drinking enough water, eating enough food. When I worry, I tend to stop eating. When I worry, I tend to stop everything to do with me and focus on the person that I'm worrying about. which is not good. Obviously, they do tell you, put your oxygen mask on before you help anyone else when you're in crisis on a plane. But I, it's a habit I need to change. Okay, I know it's not right. But I can't control my hunger. I can't control my appetite when I'm upset about something, though. So that's something I'm gonna have to work on. But yeah, so lately haven't been eating, haven't been sleeping, haven't been really taking care of myself, but I can feel it. I can feel my body getting ready to force me into like hibernation mode. Um, I've started getting this big sinus headache and my eyes burn a lot. And I can feel that whatever cold my daughter has, I can feel it trying to really like fight to get into my body at the moment. So I know tonight I am a lot earlier than I have been the last couple of nights, and I know I got to go to bed on time. I'm gonna have to take some kind of medicine and knock me out so that I can sleep well. Um, but yeah, priorities. You're gonna have to deal with your priorities at some point every day. Every day of your life, you decide what's more important than what. You decide what to spend your money on and what's important to you. You decide when you can take a break or when you can splurge a little bit and treat yourself. I know that I need to work on this. I realize that if I don't take care of this, I will be of no use to anybody in the future. The brand will die with me. But with that being said, I am acknowledging that I'm making a mistake. I'm acknowledging the fact that this is a problem for me. And I understand, like, knowing is half the battle, right? Back me up here. It is half the battle just to know that there is a problem and to admit it to yourself that, yeah, you have a problem. Now I need to go about fixing it. So unfortunately, I let it get to a point where it's physically affecting me. And yeah, so now I got to take some meds and try and stave off this cold that is fighting tooth and nail to kind of like enter and take over my body. But I will prevail, I promise. So, priorities. My business is a priority right now because I don't have work. Once work comes on, work will become a priority because I need to make sure that I impress my new employer enough to be able to earn, time off in the future, to earn their good graces, to make sure that they are willing to help me in case I need help. Like I mentioned, I don't have anyone at home that can jump up and take my place if anything were to happen, God forbid. Like if I were to get stuck at work, no one can jump up and go get my daughter for me. It's basically up to me. So I need to make sure that I curry favor, that I am in the good graces of my new employer, so that in the event something stupid should happen, because it will at some point, I'm sure, but in the event that it does happen, I need them to be understanding enough to let me go handle what I need to handle and then come back and get my work done. So that's a priority for me. This week, I'm really grateful to kind of get some time off. As I mentioned, I still don't know exactly when I'm going to start, what I'm going to do, how much I'm going to make. But in the meantime, I'm going to make the most of what time I have at home. So that's why I went ahead and finished all the, the IKEA cabinets that I need to put together. I've, made sure that the cooking was done. I made sure that I got a nap in today because I need to be fresh when they decide, hey, you need to start tomorrow. So I need to be fresh. I need to be healthy. I need to be of a certain mind frame and mindset where I can allow new information in and actually process it and be of use. As much as I do work and as much as I'm able to retain right now, I don't feel good. I feel like I'm drowning a little bit. I feel like, that weird lead-like walking through water feeling. That's what I feel like at the moment. And the sinus headache is not going away. So I know what I need to do next. I just need to go ahead and get it done. So, tomorrow it looks like I have a fairly wide open schedule except for one thing. I know it's a special day tomorrow. It's supposedly the lunar eclipse, if I'm not mistaken, in Aquarius. But with that comes another temple ceremony that my mom wants to go do. So I will drop my daughter off at school and then head off to the temple with her to get some stuff done. And then after that, I'm home free. I can actually sit down and really write some more, contemplate what else I want to cover in my blog post and my audio. You guys, I discovered Anchor, so I'm actually going to add that in as well, as another session of audio. So if you want, catch me on there. I'm not sure what the website is, I mean, the link is going to be yet, but as soon as I know, I'll let you know. Probably be RASATH1 as usual. I'm trying to make sure everything's streamlined and the same, so it's easy for y'all to remember. It's easy for you to search me and find wherever I am. So yeah, I am thinking about doing Anchor, possibly in the mornings for me, kind of as like a gratitude program, to kind of set my intentions for the day and be thankful for everything that I have, because I do. I have a lot going for me. I don't have much to complain about, and mostly what I complain about is stuff that I didn't get done. It's normally my fault. So, yeah, priorities, you guys. Make sure you take care of yourselves. Make sure that while you're out there getting it, putting in the 9 to 5, putting in your side hustle, burning it at both ends. Make sure you're taking care of yourself too, please. Obviously, I'm not quite smart enough to have it handled yet, but I'm getting there. I'm working on it. So that's part of the journey for me and part of the reason I want y'all to listen in and hear what it is I'm doing. So I'm going to go ahead and call it a night. Angela, thank you so much for joining me. I see you on there. I hope you got value out of that book I recommended to you. I had Angela is my financial advisor here in Singapore. She actually helps me with my insurance and stuff. She's with Prudential. She's really awesome and very, very patient. I appreciate everything. But I was able to let her know about one of my favorite books. It was life-changing for me. It's called The Slight Edge. And if you get a chance, go out and get the book. It's a really quick read, and you're going to kick yourself when you read it, because it's one of those things that's going to piss you off and be like, well, shit, I knew this. Why wasn't I already doing it? So that's my my rant for now. Take care of you. Make sure your priorities are in place so that you get everything you could possibly get done in an orderly fashion. All right, I'm going to head out. I will catch you tomorrow. Take care.